What's going on, y'all? Let's talk about Meg the Stallion today, man. And we're going to have a discussion about hip hop and the content in hip hop and what is acceptable from men and what is acceptable from women, right? So Meg the Stallion she says that there is a double standard. That men are allowed to rap about sex whenever they want to. They can do it all the time and nobody cares. Nobody makes a big fuss about it. But the moment when women do it, they have a problem with it. They say it's too much. They say they criticize it to the umpteenth power or whatever. They feel like it's just overboard with criticism when women do it, right? And she feels like she should be allowed to rap about sex if she wants to, right? And then look, this is my thing. Is she right? There is a double standard. Yeah, it is a double standard that exists. Like there are double standards that exist all across the board with everything, right? If a woman beats on a man, people are gonna laugh and joke about it, right? If I beat on a woman, people are gonna call me all type of despicable names and are gonna villainize me, right? If I sleep with a whole bunch of women, people gonna think that I'm a big pimp, I'm a player. If a woman does it, they're gonna call out a name. Y'all know what they're gonna call her, right? So, but double standards are always gonna exist in society. And she is true. People are more accepting of it coming from men than they are from women. I do believe that that is not the issue at hand. The issue at hand is that Megan, a lot of people, from what I hear from Megan, I haven't heard all of her songs, but every song that they play on the radio, she talking about sex, she talking about her vagina, she talking about how she pop her butt. When I think that people have a problem when it's done in too much, when it's all the person raps about. Me personally, that's what I feel, right? I can't speak for nobody else, but for me, I like to hear a rapper that's versatile, an artist that's versatile. If you gonna I don't like to hear people talk about sex all the time. That's all they talk about. It's all the person has to say. It's all the person has to deliver to the masses. Like, I believe that people have more life experiences than just sex. More life experiences than just twerking and popping their back. And the same goes for dudes. Because personally, and I made this video, I promise y'all, I made a video like this the other day. I don't like when rappers in general, and men rappers too, I don't like when all they do is talk about sex either. That's why I can never get with Kevin Gates' music. I'm not fooling with dude. Because all I hear him talk about is licking booties, sucking toes, and all that. Like, I'm not like, bro, if you need rap, fam, rap. I'm not here to hear you talk about this and all that, and how many toes and booties you licked and all that. I'm not, no. Same thing goes for Lil Wayne. He talk about eating vagina all day long and all that. I'm not listening to that. No, like, I don't want to hear that rap, fam. So I think the same thing applies to Meg the Stallion in this situation. And I think that she feels some type of way about it because she is an artist that is the forefront of that music currently. Her, Cardi B, well, Nicki Minaj is really chilling right now. I guess she's chilling with her husband, whatever. But she's at the forefront of that music for women, and she feels attacked. But truth be told, I just think that people would like to hear her and other artists switch it up a little bit, right? To talk about something else. Talk about, your life experiences, your time in college, and some people gonna say, well, people don't want to hear that when they rap about that. They don't want to hear that. But I think that it is if you can tell a story in an interesting way to help people to captivate people, still without talking about sex 24/7, right? And I feel the same way about the men artists that do it. Fam, it's another way to reach the masses or make them feel what you're saying without talking about sex 24/7. Like, some of it get too much. And I know it's a way to do it because I've been seeing J. Cole do it time and time again, right? And of course, you got them bars in it. You have bars about it, but I think that people have a problem when a person they're not diverse. I like artists that have diverse subject matter, that talk about more than one thing. Same way I had a problem with, I don't like when artists, man or female, talk about sex 24/7. That's all. The same way I didn't like when T Grizzly first came out, and every time I kept hearing him on the radio, all he kept talking about was jail. 24/7. All he kept talking about was jail 24/7. Every song was about him being in the courtroom, him being in jail, and him fighting for his life. Like, I'm like, okay, bro, we're gonna have to evolve past that. Let's talk about what happened before that time, after that time. Let's talk about your life since you didn't got on in the rap industry. Let's talk about your personal life with your family. Let's talk about some of your friends you grew up with. So I had to be cool on him until he came out with that little joint he had with Timbaland. That little project that he had released with Timbaland. I was feeling that because he was talking about a little bit more things, like different topics, different subject matter. So for me, I have a problem with artists, man or woman, but I'm gonna be real. I see it a lot now. Of course, because people always say this: sex sells in the industry. So a lot of women and men too, they go and subscribe to Let's Talk About Sex 24/7 because people are gonna stop and listen to whatever's provocative to their ears. Like they want to know, they want to hear the most provocative language on the radio, and whatever got the most provocative language, that's what we gonna go with. That's the song that's gonna bubble. That's the song that's gonna pop. So what Meg gotta understand is, yeah, people don't have a problem with you rapping about sex, but if you're gonna do it, like switch up your subject matter too. Rap about something else. Release a single with you talking about some different things. Like not about always how bomb yo you know what is, how bomb your stuff is. I'm like, come on now, we gotta hear something different, something more, like, I don't know, we want to hear about your personal life. We want to connect to an artist. Like, I don't know, I can't say we. Me, as a hip-hop head, I want to connect to an artist more than just their violent stories, their sex stories. I want to connect to them in, like, a different way. Like, I want to hear what else you got to talk about, what else you got to put on the table. So, yeah, I think double standards do exist. Like they always gonna exist in society. Period. But I don't think that's not what I don't think that's the angle that people are coming from with women. Like I think that with the they feel like majority of the you got artists and you got women artists that rap about more than that. Like Rhapsody, right? We had Lauryn Hill talking about all different type of things, and she was dope. She was fire. But I think that people want to hear different subject matter from the female artists, and I'm the type of person that I want to hear different subject matter from the male artists too. Because again, when Wayne, I promise y'all, bro, when Wayne was like super old, like he 30 some years old, and he's still talking about how much he just take vagina and all, he like vagina. I'm like, bro, I'm fam. Like if you like, and then if you're gonna do it, try to do it in a different way. Cause I was never hearing Tip talk about how much he licked vagina and all. Like, come on, bro. Like, bro, you 30 some years old. Talk about more. I want to see some growth in your artistry. Like Jay-Z showed growth time and time again. And I know everybody can't be Jigga. Cultural differences exist. I always say cultural differences exist because I always notice that a lot of the Southern rappers, I can't even say that because Tip is a Southern rapper. Goody Mob and them weren't talking about it like that, but I think that I don't know if I can say this. A lot of Southern rappers are more comfortable talking about their sexual, like eating vagina and eating booty and all that more of the times than than probably some West Coast artists or up north artists or whatever. Because I don't know, like this they thought like Trick Daddy talked about it, Kevin Gates talked about it, Wayne talked about it, Boosie talked about it, all of that, But Boosie talks about different things too, so I was able to accept it from him, but. Kevin Gates and Wayne them be losing me, man. But I think that Meg has to realize that people want to hear her and other female artists talk about different topics, different things, more than just that. And that's all it is. I don't think it's just we can't rap about sex. Nobody's saying that women can't rap about sex or whatever, but it's like it's more to life experiences than those things, and people want to hear that on wax. They want to hear that. Rather than just, how bomb your stuff is all the time. Like, so, and that's my gripe. But I don't know. I said that about the artists, about down Southern artists being more comfortable talking about, all male rappers talk about their sexual exploits with women all the time. But I think it becomes a little bit more graphic with the dudes. I can't say more graphic. It's just some stuff that, when it becomes a little bit more, it ain't, because all of them graphic, but when they talking about licking booty and all that, that's when it's like, oh my God. The ones down south is more comfortable, like doing that type of rap. And when they do it, when Wayne was doing it in abundance, or Kevin Gates was doing it in abundance, it was like, all right, bro, y'all just wilding out. I want to hear something else, like rap. I'm more of a dude that likes to hear a person talk about pain, struggle, talking about triumphs, trials, tribulations, like all of those different things. And I want to talk about, a person. I want to hear people's coming up story and all that type of stuff. That's just me. You know what I mean? But I understand Meg feels some type of way, but I just think people want to hear her and other artists talk about a variety of topics. That's my piece, man. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out.